In a world where less childhood poverty means more childhood, a hero will donate life-changing funds for children and families experiencing poverty. And that hero is you. Like, right now. What are you waiting for, dude? rednoseday.org. Do it. From the studio behind your apartment's high-budget background noise, and the last person on Earth who believes Netflix's numbers.
I was just going by the numbers that I was given by Netflix. People are like, oh, well, like, you know, Snyder's crazy. I was like, well, I just literally...
Comes the follow-up that pays off everything you remember from Part 1. And you do remember Part 1, don't you?
We honor them now in the only way we can, by remembering their names.
Uh-oh. Rebel Moon, Part 2, The Scargiver. Return to the world of Rebel Moon, a copy of a copy of a copy. But what sets it apart, aside from looking like is a singular obsession with grain.
There must be more in need of this grain than we could have known.
It's the grain, sir. The grain.
As Zach and his honest-to-grain wheat consultant give the crops more of an arc than his characters, tracking the entire life cycle of planting, growing, fondling, harvesting, sorting, loading, milling, positioning.
We start by moving the grain into the village so that they can't shoot us from orbit.
And finally, weaponizing.
The grain is our most powerful weapon.
I guess if you stare at a dude's six-pack long enough, all you think about is carbs. Rejoin our hero, Cora. She's known as the Scargiver, on account of her scar-giving, you see.
A scar from the Scargiver herself.
Instead of the kid shooter, on account of her kid shooting. But hey, no harm, no foul.
The princess is still alive.
She's joined by Gunner, her pet Gunner. Milius, a simple villager who swore revenge after the Imperium killed everyone she cared about. Nemesis, a simple villager who swore revenge after the Imperium killed everyone she cared about. Tarek, a simple nobleman who swore revenge after the Imperium killed everyone he cared about. And Titus, a simple soldier who swore revenge after the Imperium killed everyone he cared about. So glad they crammed everyone's identical backstory into one giant lore dump.
Everyone must share the truth. I'll go first.
I had a life before.
Cora, we haven't heard from you. What is your story?
Well, if you recall, she was a simple villager who swore revenge after the Imperium killed everyone she cared about.
Anything else you'd like to add?
Nope, let's get back to the grain. They're up against the Mother World, an evil empire that trains its soldiers to do cute little reactions before they die.
Oh, damn.
Led by Atticus Noble, whose hentai addiction from Part 1 is sadly missing, but his obsession with the Scargiver remains.
The Scargiver's among them.
The Scargiver. She's unfilled.
I shall bare my chest. And it will stand as a symbol that it is I who brought to justice the Scargiver.
And after sowing the seeds of their massive showdown for 1.5 films, it's finally time to reap your reward. A monotonous, dusty, endless battle full of plot-armored main characters. Sacrificed villagers you barely got to know, and more of the slowest mo in show business. Come on, hurry up. This is time we could have spent on grain. So strap in for ultimate proof of Zack Snyder's talents as a storyteller.
He had no brain function for quite a while.
And if you think it sucks, just wait until the tease for Part 3 he threatens you with.
You wish to fight with us, Roba? Help find this lost princess?
which wouldn't even come out until after the 3-hour Snyder Cuts, and the graphic novel prequel, and the tabletop RPG. It's a shame the best movie he ever made was written by James Gunn. Maybe he should try making a DC movie. Hashtag restore the... Starring... You want to know how I give these scars? Goner, Titus A.E., Return of the Living Ed, Cyborg, Phonin the Barbarian, Nerdiosa, Transformers. Okay, there was one more night. Part 3's final boss? Ooh. The Princess Beard. And my balls after I take my pants off after work. Harvest Moon 2, Pain and Grain. Nothing more badass than chopping your own hands off to wield 2 burning laser swords. Unless you can just wrap the handle in cloth. Oopsies. Thou shalt get sidetracked by bullshit every goddamn time. I'm just a poor boy. Nobody loves me. Another settlement needs your help. I'll mark it on your map. Jackie, will you marry me?